Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2018. I'm going to the studio today, just like Tana Mongeau. I'm writing lyrics. I'm in Indianapolis. I'm in the Hollywood Hills, who'd care? Anyway, I hate this fan. I hate this fan so much. Beast! I hate this one too. I hate this one too. I hate this one too. Oh, the fans. Fans are dropping like flies. Anyway. Well, you guys are probably like, he's making another Tana Mongeau video. Yes, I am. I don't know what to do with my hands. I have no fans. When you are a drama channel elite, like James Charles called us all, you don't find the drama finds you. So I did find the drama this week, time and time again with Tana Mongeau. My neighbor is actually staring in the door at me right now as I'm making this fucking video. So that's kind of really the life of Peter Monn in Indianapolis. It's not fancy. It's not a Team 10 house. It's not a Tana Mongeau house. It's the life of Peter Monn, the suburban YouTuber. Anyway, Tana Mongeau just continues to show her ass. But the reason I'm making this video today, and I will explain to you what happens with my drama gig in a second, but I'm very concerned about her newest video, as I've been concerned a lot about Tana Mongeau. Not so much about Tana Mongeau herself. I'm not real concerned about her. She seems to have 30 people around her at any given time that can watch out for her. I am concerned with her as a role model to our younger generation, and that is what I care the most about. I got sober when I was 22 years old. This will play into effect later in the video, so just wait. I got sober when I was 22 years old. I started using drugs and alcohol when I was 12 years old, so I had a 10-year use history. It's a life or death matter to me. I've been sober for 22 and a half years. For 20 years of my life, I was dedicated to working with adolescents with drug and alcohol problems, many of which had, convictions, legal issues, family issues, all kinds of issues related to their addiction, because it kind of just goes along with that, right? So that's going to factor into what I'm going to talk about in a second. But what typically happens, where I get my video ideas from a lot, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Yes. Drama phone. What? I can't hear you. Drama phone. Tana Mongeau did a house tour? Oh my God, I can't wait to see this. Gag a maggot, who'd care? So anyway, I saw the picture of this house tour on the thumbnail. Pee-pee, I know it's our neighbor. I saw the picture of the house. She kind of laid out, whatever. And I thought, this house is gonna be amazing, right? So her video, just so I can make sure I get it, I think it's called, I Bought a House and blah, 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 whatever. Okay, it's called, I Bought a House Better Than Team 10, House Tour 2017. So you go into this video, and for the first 2 minutes of it, she just thanks her fans, oh my God, it's all because of you, I love you guys so much, couldn't have done it without you, couldn't have done it, all her fans. So anyway, she thanks all of her 12-year-olds out there. Basically, like she's a kindergarten school teacher at the end of the year, thanking all of her 5-year-olds, because that's probably who's watching her videos going, someday I hope I can grow up and be a platinum bleach blonde like Tana Mongeau and just drink and smoke blunts and hang out all day long. Well, she is getting all this stuff for free, apparently. So anyway, I'm watching this video, and she goes in before she does the house tour, which is very much like a D-list version of Cribs, which kind of fits her brand. Does Tana Mongeau have a brand? What aisle would her brand be in? Would it be with the macaroni and cheese? So anyway, she goes in there and she talks about how she got this house from Airbnb. Okay, so if you don't know what Airbnb is where you go rent condos or houses while you're on vacation, okay? And she puts the code below, and she says this is not a sponsored video. So if you don't know what a sponsored video is when you are paid to do a video as an endorsement, right? So you're receiving money, and you have to put that in the video. You have to say, this is a sponsored video. Just like if I was to go to Bob Evans and they would pay me to eat their sausage biscuits and gravy, which they don't, but I wish they did. And I would say, thank you, Bob Evans, for sponsoring this video. You have some bomb-ass sausage biscuits and gravy. Can I have another? But anyway, how about a cup of joe? So anyway, but you have to say that, and then you have to say it immediately in the video underneath there. It has to be the first thing you put, okay? This is law, okay? So I'm not really sure how this all came about, but she says she buys the house, which is very staged. It is a staged rental, okay? She goes and shows all these pictures around, which are obviously all from like the same store that somebody went and bought all of these. I don't know, they're corny, okay? They're like Frank Sinatra and then like Mike Tyson, and they're all these like very Hollywood staged pictures. And then she has one picture on the wall of herself, which she put up there. It was like fan art or something like that. So it's obviously a rental, but she says she bought it, but then she thanks Airbnb. So did Airbnb give her this house to stay in and film for whatever amount of time? Because this is important too, okay? Because if you receive a gift, okay, if you receive services in exchange for an endorsement, that she did, she talked about that. There's a code that she says she doesn't make any money off of, but it's a code for 40% off. You still have to thank that company for endorsing your video or for supporting your video and sponsoring it. She's receiving free rent at this house, okay? If that's what's going on. I don't know if she's paying for it or not, but she never once in there. She says she bought it, and then she says, thank you, Airbnb, and then she says, I might get evicted. Well, you don't get evicted from your own house that you're buying unless you don't pay your lease. I mean, maybe she doesn't know this stuff because she's only 18 years old, and somebody just called, her manager calls her up and says, oh, well, we have a house for you for Airbnb, and she goes, where's it at? Now, I'll tell you, the first thing I wondered through the whole thing was, and this is just me being a snot, okay, because, baby, ain't nobody offering me a free house. I wish they did. There's people all over the country right now, especially in Houston, Texas, and the surrounding areas that would love a free house. I thought it was a little bit like maybe the timings, this isn't the time to throw up your house tour of how fabulous and free your life is, just sitting around smoking blunts and getting drunk all day long, okay? I thought it was a little insensitive, but whatever, that's her gig, so she doesn't really care. It's very obvious that her, and there are a lot of YouTubers like this out there right now. She had a few of them in her video, actually. People that I used to love, that I've lost a lot of respect for, quite frankly, that basically their attitude is, screw you to the world, we don't really care, we're young, we're fantastic, we're free, we're having fun. Baby, the gig won't last. I'm just telling you, it just won't, okay? Better than people than you have been taken down quicker. So, I'm watching this house tour, and the whole time I'm thinking to myself, as the snot that I am, where's the pool? Where's the pool? If I was gonna live up in the Hollywood Hills in this fantastic house that she says is better than the Team 10 house, girl, who? I've seen that Team 10 house in videos. Your house wasn't nothing compared to it. No offense, it was a gorgeous house. I thought the way that it was decorated was trashy as sin, but I thought it was a gorgeous house. But this is what's interesting to me, right? So she goes on and on about this Airbnb thing, and then she says she bought the house. Did you buy the house or did you get it from Airbnb? Because those are completely two different things. If you bought the house, then that is your house, right? Then how did you get the house from Airbnb? And this is kind of a small point, but it is a huge point because a lot of like beauty gurus were under attack for not saying what their videos were sponsored. Well, let's just look at this for a second, okay? I went on Alexa.com to find out what the ranking is of Airbnb in the world. Their global ranking is, they are the 288th website in the world. That's their global ranking, and in the United States, they're 104th, okay? That means that there are only 103 websites underneath them in the United States that are as big as they are. That's a huge deal. So for her not to show that that's a sponsored video, she's getting a house for free that could be upwards of $10,000 to $12,000 a month in mortgage, or in free rent, and you're gonna say it's not a sponsored video? Who's giving away $15,000 away with $10,000 or $15,000 away for some free rent? Give that to me all day long, baby. My mortgage is only $900. That lasts me about 6 or 7 months. I mean, and for the most of us out there too. What? I don't think she really understands what she's doing. So anyway, then she goes in this house tour and she shows all this shit around and okay? And then it comes to the point, and listen, when I first made this video, I was like, I'm just gonna talk about how, is it better than the Team 10 house or not? Who'd care all day long? But this is the problem, okay? Y'all call me, hello? Oh, wait, ding, ling, ling, ling. Hello? Don't try out with the drama phone. Amy Slayton did what? God, people are always calling me with Amy Slayton drama, and it's usually that one person, you know who. But anyway, so I usually just like, I think like I'm gonna go to this video and I'm just gonna be like, it's gonna be whatever. And like a lot of times people send me drama videos and they're like, go watch this video, I wanna see what your commentary is. And I watch it, honest to God, I probably watch 15 videos a day that people send me. So if you have an idea or something that you want me to comment on, send it to me in my DMs, baby, hit me up in my DMs. Or, you know, tweet it to me or send it to me on Snap. Don't send it to me on Snapchat, I can't open those links, I don't know why, but I just can't. Or email it to me. But I watch about 10 to 15 videos a day that I decide, okay, this is what I'm gonna comment on. And typically like 90% of them, I'm like, what's the drama? Who cares? I mean, it's boring as shit, right? And so when I came to this video, I thought this is gonna be the same thing. It's like some D-list cribs. I mean, she even goes outside. She has her friend film it for her. She like the doorbell rings. That part's kind of cute, honestly, because she kind of tries to recreate cribs. I mean, is that show even still on? The only one that I loved was Mariah Carey, Glitter, where she is sitting up, who? I don't know her. That's what she would say to Tana Mongeau. Who? I don't know her, but she's a singer now. Oh, no, ma'am. Listen, if you're a YouTuber, my album's coming out next year. That's what you do, okay? It's just like those RuPaul's Drag Race queens, right? First, you go do the show. That's YouTube. Second of all, you come out with an album. Third, you go on tour. Well, she's already on tour as a rock star. Who'd care? So anyway, she goes and does this house tour of cribs and all this kind of stuff, and she comes to the kitchen. And she breaks out a bottle of Hennessy. She's like, there's my bottle of Hennessy. And then she shows something else, and she's like, I don't drink that. I'm a Grey Goose girl, or something like that. She says something like that. I'm like, you know, that's really interesting, okay? Now, I haven't made a whole lot of commentary on the fact that Tana Mongeau goes into clubs, okay, which is illegal. And I haven't made a whole lot of commentary on the other stuff. I have said a few things about the drugs, but I'm like, hey, listen, in the state of California, you know, she can smoke the ganj. Have at it, baby. I don't really give a shit. Sit around. I mean, your motivation lacks skills anyway, so just sit around and smoke as much pot as you want to, and by the time that you're 40 years old, you'll be just like, what? But girl, I don't judge, okay? I just don't. Like, I got a lot of friends of mine that smoke the ganj. Have at it. If you ain't got a chronic problem with it and you're not smoking it all day long and having to talk about it in every video, and it obviously is something that's very important to you, you just partake in it recreationally, have at it. But if you are doing those things, maybe it's a problem for you. And when you're a self-proclaimed alcoholic, like she says in her videos, me and all my friends are alcoholics or something to that effect, that's a pretty serious allegation to make about yourself, don't you think? Like, maybe you need to take a look at your behaviors. So she's pointing out to all this alcohol, and I'm thinking to myself, in the state of California, do they not have minor possession laws? I mean, is it not an offense? Is it not illegal in the state of California to own alcohol under the age of 21? So baby, I got right up on the Google, because you know I love the Google. And baby, it is. It's a criminal offense. It's a misdemeanor. And it is punishable by a year, or 6 months to a year on probation in the state of California, and she could do detention time. She's not 21, baby. She could go up into girls' school in the state of California, okay? Can you imagine Tana Mongeau up in juvenile detention? I mean, she's not a juvenile, but she's under the age of 21. They will put her in jail for that, okay? And here she is posting illegal behavior. I mean, marijuana in the state of California, if she's got a medical card, is not illegal, I think. So, I mean, I don't know if you have to have a medical card anymore, but it's not illegal. So I'm not passing judgment on that. She can do whatever she wants to do, and hey, it is what it is. But it is illegal to own and possess alcohol and to drink alcohol under the age of 21. It doesn't really matter what legal adults you have. And in fact, if those legal adults are buying it for you, they are responsible for buying you alcohol under the age of 21. Now, let's not act like this didn't all happen to the rest of us. And me and my good Judys and my Sallys. I mean, we all did it back in the day, right? But that doesn't make it right. And I went to jail for that shit, okay? Sure as shit did. At the age of 18, I was in jail for possession of alcohol. So, you know, let's call a spade a spade. She is participating in illegal behavior in a YouTube video, and YouTube is okay with that. And not only that, but the 104th highest ranked website in the country, the business, Airbnb, the globally ranked 288th biggest company in the world on a website, okay, is endorsing that. They think that behavior is okay. They're condoning that. Why? Because they don't really give a shit about the welfare of their people. They don't really give a shit about the welfare of the next generation. They only want to make money. And isn't that what this is all about? Let's just make some fucking money, right? So let's just show all of us getting drunk, and she's talking about screwing in this bed. Hey, baby, have at it. I mean, everybody's screwing at that age anyway. I don't really care. Just stay safe, because I can't imagine you putting out a baby right now. That's a story time don't nobody want to hear, okay? I mean, listen, back in the day when I worked with a lot of teenage girls, they get pregnant and settle their ass down. Might be a saving grace, but I don't know about little Tana and Shanna Jr., okay? I don't know that we need all that right now. So anyway, I'm watching this, And it goes on, and I'm like, okay, it's just not that big of a deal. Peter, you're not gonna make a video talking about just the alcohol, right? Even though I do have a huge issue with it. I do, okay? My husband back in the day wanted to buy his little brother alcohol, and his brother's of age now, he's like 25. Hey, Foo-Foo, hey, Jesse, his girlfriend, they live in San Diego. Hey, folks. But anyway, I said, you are not buying him alcohol, no. And he goes, what's the big deal? He's gonna get it from somebody else. I said, right, but he doesn't have to get it from you. And he was like, you know what, you're really right. If he ends up having any kind of addiction issues, you're gonna feel bad about that. And he was like, you know what, you're absolutely right. And I do not wanna be any part of that whatsoever. And he didn't. So, I think it's something that you have to think about. What is the message? Are we remaining teachable? What is the message we're giving to the younger people, right? It's harder to tell somebody no and set boundaries for them and say, I care. Who is telling Tana Mongeau that they care with all of her reckless behaviors? Or are we just endorsing that by throwing her free houses, throwing her tours, she has all these adults around her that are feeding this lifestyle. Will they be there for her for family night when she's in treatment in 10 years? I doubt it, okay? So then she goes on, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I ain't gonna make this video. This is so boring. I'm not gonna make this video, right? Until the very end, right? When Elijah and Christine and all these people who I used to love, but baby, I can't anymore, okay? I think they're funny, but all their videos are just about smoking pot, and this is the reckless shit that we do and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, is it so important for you to show that stuff that you lose sight of your talent, your creativity? Because basically what you're doing is you're just like feeding to that generation that parties like that, but they're gonna age out. Tyler Oakley's audience is aging out. He had the whole college crowd 10 years ago. Baby, they're not in college anymore. They're watching DIYs and house remodeling shit. They ain't watching Tyler Oakley no more. And the same thing's gonna happen to you. So I'm watching this video, right? And at the very end of it, she goes, okay, well, we gotta go and get drunk. And then she says something like that. And then she goes, and shoot heroin. I was like, what did she say? Oh, no, ma'am, okay? Now, a bad story time teller, a lot of people don't agree with me on that one, okay? Just normal at best, average 18-year-old girl, a lot of people don't agree with me on that, okay? Problematic, talking about heroin, shooting heroin, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. And this is not just about me being an addict and an alcoholic in recovery. This is not just about me working in the field of addiction for 20 years. This is about the fact that there is an opiate epidemic in our country right now where upwards of 80 to 100 people die from opiate overdoses on a daily basis, okay, in our country. The majority of the emails that I get, the majority of the tweets, direct messages I get are from people saying, I'm trying to stay sober. I have 3 days sober. I'm really struggling with this. I'm coming off of heroin. It is the hardest thing I've ever done. People email me all the time. My brother's a heroin addict. I don't know what to do. My sister-in-law is a heroin addict. I don't know what to do. She refuses to go to treatment. She's prostituting. What do I do, right? And what does Tana Mongeau do? She makes a joke. I don't think that's real appropriate, Tana, okay? And I think further again, now not only are you affecting your younger generation, but you're making a joke at the biggest addiction problem in our country at the moment, okay? 20 years ago, it was crack cocaine. 10 years ago, it was crystal methamphetamine. Today, it is heroin and opioid addiction, and it is bigger than crystal meth or crack cocaine ever wanted to be. People, rich, poor, of any kind of background or diversity, are dying and addicted to this, prostituting, stealing, going to prison for heroin on a daily basis. But Tana Mongeau thinks it's real funny to crack a joke about heroin addiction, right? We're gonna go shoot heroin now. I think that is some sad shit that people keep on watching these videos. And if you're a parent out there and you're buying a ticket for your kid to go watch Tana Mongeau, you're supporting that. I can't anymore with this girl. I said I wasn't gonna make any more Tana Mongeau videos to my friend about 2 days ago. I said, I'm so bored with this girl, I can't anymore. But she's problematic, okay? When you're putting out messages like that, she needs to come on camera and she needs to say, I did not think about my audience out there, that my audiences, them themselves, their brothers, their sisters, their boyfriends, their girlfriends, their mothers, their fathers, their teachers, their grandparents, their aunts, their uncles, whoever could possibly be having opioid addiction issues where they end up in an overdose and they die. And what a sad thing that is. Tana, have you ever been to a funeral of a 16-year-old person that dies of a heroin overdose? I have. Not a pretty picture. Packed to the gills, and every single person says they never wanted it to be this way, they never meant it to be this way, they didn't think it would happen, and it's a life cut too short. But but you think it's funny, I guess. And guess who your audience is? 18 and below. So that, my dear, is your audience. So I hope somebody that you're out there speaking to doesn't go, well, Tana thinks it's okay to shoot dope, so I guess I am. She cracks a joke about it. I guess that's okay. You could be doing so much with your platform. Almost 2.6 million subscribers on your main channel, Tana. 2.6. You're getting ready to put out music. You have such a great personality that people are so in love with you, okay? These young kids would do anything that you tell them to do. Anything. I wish I had that kind of power. I wish I could instill the dreams and the hopes of the younger generation. I wish I could tell them, do this, and they would do it. You have that power. You and your friends all have that power. Please, use it for something positive. Go start putting positive messages out there. If you want to smoke and you want to drink and you want to do all this kind of stuff, do it. Why does that always have to be your message in your videos? Do you not realize that the information that you are putting out there through your actions on video is role modeling behavior for a younger generation? Do something positive with the power that you have. Some people would dream of it. There are teachers out there that wish they could only impact one student. You have 2.6 million people that you are impacting out there. Please think about it. This is a very, very serious issue. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.